Someone's been sneaking my Milano cookies.
Tim? Is he capable of indulging himself the way I do? The baby. Would she know how to savor every moment?
The finest dark chocolate. 2 exquisite cookies.
The plumber. Could he possibly appreciate... Nah.
Milano, one of the distinctive cookies from Pepperidge Farm. Oh, yeah, they're that good.
Let me tell you a story about Mark's favorite hat.
When are you gonna get rid of that ratty old hat?
Never.
No!
We gotta go back and get it.
No way.
Cut to the chase in their new Ford Explorer Sport.
We're gaining. Right there, it's right there.
Whoops.
The new Ford Explorer Sport. Cool. Built for California, built Ford tough.
Next on The Practice.
It's your ex-wife. Sounds pretty upset.
What? Where is he?
Dad.
Were they your drugs?
No.
Then why were they in your locker?
How many times are you gonna make him answer that question?
You see me talking to my son?
There are uses for this gun other than holding up a convenience store, aren't there, Mr. Marshall?
This gun is designed to kill. It's sold to people who want to kill.
To strike.
You're a jackass, you know that? We just heard from the ambulance chasing sector of the... Ambulance is filled with gunshot victims. This is
You stinker.
Monday, Kevin Costner, Rene Russo, Don Johnson, and Cheech Marin in a movie about men, women, and the games they play. The network premiere, Tin Cup, ABC Monday.
Seconds away on Eyewitness News, a brutal pit bull attack leaves a baby dead. We will have a live report.
Police in riot gear are called to Venice Beach. We will show you why next on Eyewitness News at 11.
This is ABC 7 Los Angeles.
Raw, outspoken, uninhibited. HBO Late Night. And now, the HBO Late Night series, Dennis Miller Live.
The Washington Monument reopened to the public this past Monday, still covered with scaffolding for repairs. But my guess is it's not the only phallic symbol in Washington with a cage around it these days. Well, thank you. Glad you're all in a good mood. It's been a good week. They sentenced that animal in Texas to death. Glad they got that right. I was worried because over the years I've been conditioned to never expect justice from any courtroom with a ceiling fan in it. Just call it my mockingbird intuition. I know this wasn't big news outside of Hollywood, but my show won a Writers Guild Award for outstanding writing for a comedy variety show last Saturday night. I'd like to congratulate all my writers by name. Bald guy, tall guy, the chick, the other bald guy, the guy that scares me, and the foreign guy. As you can see, it's one big loving family. Well, let's see what's new in the world this week. A woman named Juanita Broderick stepped forward claiming she was raped by Bill Clinton 21 years ago in Arkansas. Through his lawyers, Clinton said he was innocent, since it all depends on how you define the word stop. Freakishly grotesque presidential lapdog James Carville issued a statement saying the incident was a private matter between two consenting and non-consenting adults. You know, Clinton's caught between a rock and a hard on here because I'm sure his alibi is that he was fucking Jennifer Flowers that morning. Billy boy, oh, what a tangled web we weave when you violate a woman and then just leave. In another high-level Oval Office news, Monica Lewinsky's interview with Barbara Walters will be broadcast for 2 hours next week on ABC. 2 hours. It's more time than fucking Clinton spent with her. I wonder if Barbara asked her about the blowjob. Mike Tyson, serving a 1-year jail sentence for assault, got into trouble in prison this week when he threw a TV set in the day room. Apparently, Tyson got upset during last Friday's Wall Street week when Louis Rukeyser predicted the high-tech stock boom was over. After weeks of speculation, Dennis Rodman announced he'll play with the LA Lakers. The team expects him to skip practice as soon as tomorrow. This week, the Levi Strauss Company announced that due to poor sales, it would shut down half its U.S. factories. Hey, Levi Strauss, you want to win us back? Stop posting our waist measurements on the back, okay? Yeah, it was cute when we were size 32, but when that ass odometer turns to 4.0, yeah, it's time to get an unlisted number, baby. And the prime ministers of India and Pakistan met over the weekend, hoping to patch up differences between their two countries. Mel B, better known as Scary Spice, gave birth to a 5.5-pound baby daughter this week. The father said the baby is fine, but there is a problem since nurses can't differentiate between the baby crying and the mother singing. And, oh, okay. All right, she's Beverly Sills. I'm a jag-off. All right. It's the Spice Girls. Come on. Even the Spice Girls. You get them in a room alone, we'll tell you they're shitty. I watched the Grammys the other night. Did you see Shania Twain's dress? Me neither. I haven't seen a spread like that since the Waltons Thanksgiving special. And once again, the best one-armed Lebanese folk rap single went to Fozzy Das Kuka. Fozzy owns that category. Celine Dion won the Grammy for the best album everybody thought was released 3 years ago. And, you know, Celine whacked her chest so many times for a second there I thought I was watching an Italian funeral. Now, I don't want to get off on a rant here, but rock and roll will never die. At least that's what I read on the side of the Fuji blimp that was dropping Snapple coupons into the Blockbuster Pavilion at the Zima-sponsored Backstreet Boys concert I attended last year. And don't say they're just another New Kids on the Block, because they're not. That's in sync. You know, rock and roll started out as the blues, and back then it was sung by performers with names like Blind Lemon Jones, Big Mama Thornton, and No Nickname Williams. And then there was the pigmental segue that was Elvis. In the early years, with his jackhammering hips and that juvenile delinquent sneer, the boy king embodied the uninhibited, unapologetic sexual freedom of two dogs humping by the side of the road, and damned if all of America didn't slow down and stare at it. It was only much later, when Elvis went from leaving the building to being the building, that he became the poster boy for pure excess, playing with the 3 tarot death cards that every rock star has been dealt: booze, pills, and streaky bacon. You know, Elvis got me into the tent. When I was a kid, I had a band called The Rants, and it taught me about life. Rock and roll was my professor. From John Lennon, I learned to question authority. From Robert Plant's andro-drenched yow on Whole Lotta Love, I learned the power of passion. And from Leo Sayer, the importance of just kicking back and feeling good about dancing. As we get closer to a new century, rock and roll is no longer just a driving bass line and 4/4 time. It's a marketing tool to be packaged and sold to an eager public. And as much as I admire rockers like Neil Young who have never sold out, not all product endorsements by rockers are bad. Have you ever tried Ozzy Osbourne's new Alfredo sauce? Delish. I am CD Man. As a style of music, rock is in danger of losing its edge. For one thing, it's just not new anymore. It won't be long before the Rolling Stones tour bus can park in the handicap spot. That's why I had to give it to the Sex Pistols. Bunch of drunken, butt-ugly, degenerate, working-class Cockney thugs who never learned how to play their instruments, songs that sounded like a cat being chainsawed inside an airborne Cessna with engine trouble, attitudes that made the Manson family look like up with people, with a contempt for their audience that almost matched the contempt they had for one another. The instant they started gaining popularity, the nanosecond some pretentious asswipe wrote an article in Rolling Stone hailing them as rock subversive saviors. What did they do? They broke up. They told us all to go fuck ourselves. Now that's rock and roll. And the Pistols were smart to get out when they did, because it's inevitable that one generation's hardcore is the next generation's music, even rap. I guarantee you one day your grandkids will be in a dentist's office and they'll hear the Ray Conniff singers crooning about strapping a gat to lay the bitch out flat. The problem may not be that rock and roll sold out, but that simply everybody bought into it. MTV did for rock and roll what the full-length Mirror did for Liberace. Even our current president ran for office with a Fleetwood Mac tune as his campaign song. True, he never dropped acid, but Bill Clinton's mind is about the only thing that hasn't been blown. You know, some of my favorites, well, I kind of like Hole. You watch Courtney Love on stage and that raw aggression is so sexually intimidating, even Clinton's ever-ready man bone would retract like a motorized Volvo antenna. I was a big fan of Guns N' Roses, and I know for a fact that Axl Rose can still belt out the tunes. I hear him every other Wednesday when he's skimming my neighbor's pool. I read Jules' new book of poetry last night. It was a real eye-opener. You know what I learned? I found out that prejudice is stupid. Well, it is. Beck, totally awesome. Without a doubt, Odelay is one of the greatest albums people whose opinions I truly respect are pissed off at me for never listening to. Oasis? You know, if the Beatles ever got back together and decided to make a parody of songs by Wings, this is what they'd sound like. There was a time when I looked for advice and direction in the lyrics of my favorite rock songs. Looking back on it, it's probably a good thing I couldn't understand a word the lead singer in Molly Hatchet was saying. But I think now rock music is less about deep personal statements and more about simple entertainment and commerce. So to all those people out there who are whining that Metallica sold out when they cut their hair, I say, hey, you're 35 years old. Move out of your parents' house. As long as there are 14-year-old boys, rock and roll will never die. Because what's true in the 50s still holds true today. Playing music will get you laid. I don't know. I didn't know that maybe that's why Beethoven wrote symphonies, but sure as hell would explain why a deaf guy played the piano. And there are some other things about rock and roll that will never change also. It will always be the music of rebellion. It will always be frowned upon by the establishment, and you will never, never understand a single fucking word Bob Dylan is saying. Of course, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Tonight's guest is a fixture in my CD changer. I'm sure most of yours too. One of rock and roll's luminaries. She just snagged a much-deserved Best Rock Album Grammy for her latest CD, The Globe Sessions. Please welcome Sheryl Crow, ladies and gentlemen. Sheryl. Nice to have you. You're over in that one.
It's kind of embarrassing.
Why? Why is that?
To accept the Best Rock Album Grammy after just hearing that. What does that mean? And I want to know what the word pigmental means.
Pigmentational is what I meant to say, but I'm flying
like
along there and I can't get it out all the time. Pigmental means when you're fat and crazy. No, I'm not saying that about the king. I love the king. He's beautiful. I didn't mean that. Well, listen, first thing I have to ask you is I watch, you know, you have a lot of people who rise up in the early stages of their career, and you're still relatively new at it, and you seem to have the right pedigree or something because all the hipsters let you into the inner conclave. I mean, you know, Dylan and Jagger and Clapton, I think these guys have led a long life of being kind of jaded about new people. I mean, they're the rock gods. What do you think it is about you that at some point makes them trust you enough to let you hang? Or
I think I'm
is it just all musical, or you just have nice rhythms?
Well, okay, I dated one of them. But,
wow.
no,
I wasn't going to bring that up. The whole, I heard you,
Actually, it started out as music, though.
It was Ginger Baker, right? You dated Ginger Baker?
It was Jack Bruce. I don't know. I mean, I actually think I'm sort of making the kind of music that they make. I mean, when I open up for the Rolling Stones, I think half their audience is probably half my audience. So, and I think they see some similarities there. I don't know.
How's Mick hanging in under the awesome thing?
I think they rock. I still think they rock. I've seen them no less than 20 times in the last
When was the first time you saw them, though? See him in 71?
No.
Wow.
I didn't.
That was a motherfucker.
I didn't get to see that. Was that the spandex baseball?
No. That was even before that. That was just, I think they were still playing Sympathy for the Devil then, or had the fat guy get plugged with a pool cue. You know, I can't remember it all. All becomes one big cloud. But when you play with them now, they still have energy. Or is Jagger backstage with his accountant? Or is he still in there?
He's you know, Mr. Health Nut now, so he's good. They're exactly as you think they might be. He's the sort of the keeper of the energy. He keeps all the bad boys going, and behind him are these like piratey kind of
I know
high
Keith's
school
not even
routines.
like a guy anymore. He's like an old wallet that mumbles or something. You know, he just makes me laugh. Now, who convinced you? Is it true that Henley told you to start singing your own songs?
He did. Yeah, he did. Actually, I just talked to him.
Now, Henley
today,
seems like he has a stranglehold on how to be a rock star.
You too.
He's like the Professor Kingsfield of rock and roll to me. Like that John Houseman character in The Paper Chase.
Yeah,
he seems to know how to do it.
He is. He's very intellectual. Although, he's been around my career for a long time. And I started out with him in 1990, and he said, you know, I had songs on hold with Phil Collins and Eric and a couple other people, and he said, you got to stop doing that. But girls weren't getting record deals, so it's different.
Well, you almost had to be to get your first thing. I hear your songs now, and I think you like your songs now, although I'm sure you have a nice place in your heart for it. But the first song, is that the one you wanted to be known for or not?
Oh, all I want to
do.
No, I mean, I actually thought that was the throwaway track. Well, actually, I mean, if you really get into the lyric, I think it's pretty true to what LA was like in the early 90s. People were really bummed out and apathetic, but no, that wouldn't have been the one I would have chosen for my signature piece. But you know, hey, I can't forsake it. It's gotten me into Israel and South America, and
you got to batter the door in somehow, and that's what they were buying then.
So, what do you think is good rock and roll?
Huh?
What do you think is good rock and roll now?
I don't know, I like The Call, but I don't even know if they have an album anymore. You remember those guys? I Still Believe. I love that song. Everybody I like goes to shit. Bluey Sam, do you remember that guy?
No,
he had a cup of coffee a few years ago. Every time I think, that's the next guy.
What's his name?
Invariably, his name was Bluey Sam. I forget that he was a London cat. Curiosity Killed the Cat. I like that.
Oh, them.
Yeah, I thought that, I sort of like that pet shot thing.
Yeah,
rap music. Well, you know, oddly enough, my rap name is also Dennis Miller. It's kind of a quirky thing. Well, what do you think of the current state of rock? I don't know. I look back on The Who and Zeppelin. I'm just back in my room watching a VH1 thing on Zeppelin, and you know, Bonham's got the sticks inverted. He's just beating the living shit out of these drums. Plant looks like somebody descended in a Star Trek beam from Asgard. You know, Jimmy Page has got the cigarette dangling. He's just nasty chops, you know.
Yeah,
and I look at rock today, and I don't know. I don't quite see that anymore.
I think rap is rock. I mean, I think that has replaced rock and roll, and we're just all sort of cheap imitators of what that was. But that's where the anger is and the rebellion, and that's what pisses the parents off. And we're just sort of, I mean, I got Best Rock Album, and I must say it's not really offending too many people on my album. So, I mean, I really like it and everything, but, you know.
You got to get out there and make people angry. You got to have parents turn that shit off.
My next album is going to be full of expletives. It's going to be pigmental.
Oh, man. We're going to be like the Right Stuff astronauts, no matter where we are for the rest of our life. If I look across the room and see you, there'll be that knowing glance like, thanks for inventing a stupid word in front of me. Pigmental. It was pigmentational. Let me off the hook. Okay. Now, what are you going to do tonight? What do you got? A little acoustic jam, baby?
I'm going to do a song called You Don't Bring Me Anything But Down. So it's really a negative, the parents hate it. They don't want their kids listening to it.
All right, Sheryl, go be a rock star. Okay. Sheryl Crow, ladies and gentlemen.
One, two. I light your cigarette. I bring apples from the vine. How quickly you forget. I run the bath and pour the wine. I bring you everything that floats into your mind. You don't bring me anything but junk. You don't bring me anything but junk. You come around. You are a raging sea. I pull myself out every day. I play insanity, 'cause I can't leave and I can't stay. You say, won't you come find me? And yes is what I say. You don't bring me anything but down. You don't bring me anything but down. Everything just crashes to the ground. Maybe I'm not your perfect kind. Maybe I'm not what you had in mind. Maybe we're just killing time. You with your silky words and your eyes of green and blue. You with your still beliefs that don't match anything you do. It was so much easier before you became you. You don't bring me anything but down. You don't bring me anything but down. Everything just crashes to the ground. And you come around. And you come around. I know you wish you were strong. You wish you were never wrong. Now I got some wishes of my own.
You little tune snip, yeah. I'm going to do the news. You going to have a seat? Sheryl Crow, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right back. Woo-hoo. Sheryl Crow. She has that broad appeal that cuts across all pigmental and genderific barriers. It's funny to watch the crowd when she's on. Everybody's giving you that thing, like working their heads like a pigeon on a saltine. Got the red mock turtleneck on the accompanist. I haven't seen that since the Andy Williams Christmas special. All right. Feminists are said to be outraged by the gesture Bill Clinton made during his trip to Mexico when he couldn't come up with a Spanish word for older woman. In an uncomfortable moment for Bill Clinton, a man holds up the presidential pen and says, "I wonder where this has been." And I'm sorry, he brings it on himself. During a program celebrating the 90th anniversary of the NAACP, Clinton makes a mental note to hit on more black women. And, hey, forget the American people. Can you believe what she let me get away with? Come on, Hillary. Step up to the plate, Hillary. Here we see Senator Patrick Leahy wondering where it's written that all bald guys must be friends. This week, Linda Tripp nearly stormed off the Larry King show when the host kept referring to her as Dame Edna. Misha tried to sell the concept that his cocktail party was so bad it was good, but nobody was buying. It's my Clinton karma. That fucker always wins. Jerry Falwell was presented with a Teletubby this week as Falwell then told the whole congregation the man next to him was gay, the stage was gay, his tie was gay, everybody is gay, 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 gay. Yeah. Except Bill Clinton. Hey, you, I heard what you just said, and that man happens to be my husband, and I don't appreciate... Ah, fuck it, you're right. When Susie showed up at the board meeting with a shorter, lighter-colored hairstyle, Walter made a mental note to change the wig on the doll back at his house. That's the creepiest joke I've ever told. Those unfamiliar with Ahmed's language and demeanor would never guess he was simply saying, "The buzzer doesn't work, I'll be right down." I'll just leave these on the table then, Senator Kennedy. You can pay me when you wake up. Here we see Philadelphia's Liberty Bell, which is only rung on special occasions like the bicentennial or when Rick Pardino brings his kid all the way from Cleveland and jumps the ropes and starts banging on it like the demented mook he is. Mello kept dreaming that he heard a loud, blaring car horn, but every time he woke up, it stopped. Lonnie was powerless against the urge to urinate on things he didn't understand. Here we see an exhibit at the New American Commerce Museum called Lawyers. And finally, here President Clinton wonders why they call them headphones when they've never once given him head. Guess what, folks? That's the news. I'm out of here. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks very much. Shirley, my guest. We're going to go over that way. Well
all-new Ally McBeal on Fox.
Previously on Ally McBeal.
I don't like being stood up.
Can we hook up tomorrow?
Ally.
Great. Bye. Billy, I'll kiss you later. See you later.
Good news. Ling's decided to come aboard of council.
You're hiring her? This is a woman who practiced law for about 3 months. A woman he wants to have sex with. A woman who on a tender day rises to the level of vicious. How can you work in this firm?
I've loved you my whole life. I've never loved anybody but you.
And you're the only woman I can see myself growing old with, so I guess we better just go for it.
I know you get results with your strange little method.